A baby floats down the Nile in a basket, hidden from Pharaoh's deadly decree. A Hebrew mother, desperate to save her son, lets him go. Pharaoh's daughter finds the child and names him Moses. He is raised in royalty, but his heart remembers his people. One day he sees an Egyptian beating a Hebrew slave. Anger explodes. Moses kills the Egyptian and flees into exile. He hides in Midian, tending sheep, far from Egypt's throne. Decades pass. He marries Zipporah and lives in quiet obscurity. But God has not forgotten his promise to Abraham. One day Moses sees a bush on fire but not consumed. He draws near, and a voice speaks from the flames. "Take off your sandals, for this is holy ground. I am the God of your fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I have seen my people's suffering, and I will deliver them." God calls Moses to lead Israel out of Egypt. Moses resists. "Who am I to do this?" God replies, "I will be with you." Still Moses hesitates. What if they don't believe me? God gives him signs. A staff that becomes a snake, a hand turned leprous. Moses pleads, "I'm not a good speaker." God says, "I made your mouth. I'll give you words." Moses begs, "Send someone else." God appoints Aaron, his brother, to help. Together they return to Egypt and confront Pharaoh. "Let my people go," Moses declares. Pharaoh's heart is hard. He refuses. So God sends plagues, blood, frogs, gnats, and flies. Livestock die, boils spread, hail falls, locusts swarm. Darkness covers Egypt. Finally, the death of every firstborn strikes Egypt at night. But the Israelites are protected by the blood of a lamb. The angel of death passes over their homes. Pharaoh breaks. He lets them go. They flee into the wilderness. Soon Pharaoh changes his mind and chases them. The people stand trapped at the Red Sea. God tells Moses to raise his staff. The waters part, walls of sea on either side. The Israelites walk through on dry ground. Pharaoh's army follows. The waters crash down and drown them. God has rescued his people. They sing and dance in victory. In the desert, they thirst and grumble. God provides water from a rock. He sends bread from heaven, manna each morning. Still, the people complain and rebel. At Mount Sinai, God gives his law. Thunder, smoke, fire, all surround his presence. Moses climbs the mountain to meet with God. 40 days later, he descends with stone tablets.
But the people have made a golden calf. Moses breaks the tablets in sorrow. He pleads for their forgiveness. God shows mercy and renews his covenant. Moses wears a veil. His face shines from God's glory. He leads the people through the wilderness for 40 years. They cry, fight, and test God again and again. Still, Moses intercedes for them. But even Moses makes a mistake. He strikes the rock in anger. God tells him he will not enter the promised land. Still, Moses leads them faithfully to the edge of Canaan. He stands on Mount Nebo and looks across the Jordan. He sees the land but cannot go in. There, Moses dies, and God himself buries him. No prophet rose in Israel like Moses. He spoke with God face to face. He was faithful in all God's house. But Moses was not the final deliverer. He pointed to one greater to come. Jesus is the greater Moses. He didn't just rescue from slavery in Egypt. He rescues from sin and death. Jesus came not with plagues, but with compassion. Not with tablets of stone, but with grace and truth. He gave his life so we could go free. Like the blood of the lamb in Egypt, his blood saves us. He leads us through the wilderness of this world. He feeds us with the bread of life. He gives living water that never runs dry. He goes before us into the promised land. He writes his law not on tablets, but on our hearts. He intercedes for us like Moses, but with perfect power. He never fails, never sins, never turns away. The cross is our Exodus. The resurrection is our Red Sea split wide. We walk through by faith. We leave behind the chains of sin. We follow the pillar of fire, God's Spirit leading us. We press on, even in deserts, because Jesus walks with us. Moses showed us a shadow. Jesus is the substance. The story of Moses is great, but the story of Jesus is greater. Will you follow him out of bondage? Will you trust the Lamb who was slain? Will you walk into freedom and never look back? God is still delivering people today. He is still calling us to follow. The gospel is the invitation to leave Egypt behind, to enter the kingdom prepared for us. Not by works, not by law, but by grace, through faith. In Jesus, the true and better Moses.